Hello calculus students, here we're going to take a look at number 97 from page 128. We've got a function f at x equals x over x minus 1, and we need to find the second derivative of this. So to get there we first have to find the first derivative, and so f prime at x is going to equal, we have a quotient, so we have to use the quotient rule. So we're going to take the derivative of the top, which is 1, times the bottom, x minus 1, minus the derivative of the bottom, which is 1, times x, all over the bottom squared. So we'll have x minus 1 squared. That can be simplified a bit. If you distribute the 1, that actually doesn't change anything, so that becomes x minus 1. And here, 1 times x is just x, so it's minus an x. So it looks like this x here and this x here will actually completely cancel out, because that becomes x minus x. And we'll have a negative 1 minus nothing, and so that will equal negative 1 on top over x minus 1 squared. And so that's our first derivative. But we want the second one, so we have to keep going. F double prime at x equals, so again we're going to take the derivative of the top, which is 0, times the bottom, x minus 1 squared, which hopefully you can see that will again be 0, because multiplying by 0 does that, minus the derivative of the bottom. Now the bottom, we can't quite take the derivative of it when it looks like that. We have to expand it out and get rid of the squared. So over here I'll do that, x minus 1 times x minus 1. We'll do this off to the side. So distribute the x's, you should get x squared minus 2x plus 1 for our expansion. Now we're going to take the derivative of that and put it right over here. So derivative of x squared is 2x. Derivative of negative 2x is minus 2. And then multiply that times the top, which is simply negative 1. So multiply that by negative 1. All over the bottom squared. X minus 1 squared. Actually, what is x minus 1 squared? We have to square it again, and if you square that again, it'll come to the 4th power. So I need to change that to the 4th power. We can do some simplifying of this big fraction. 0 times that first term, of course, will go away. So that goes away. We have a negative sign here in the front, and if we just look at that negative sign and combine that with multiplied by negative 1 there, we can see that those are going to cancel out and become positive. So what this will actually become on the top is simply 2x minus 2 over x minus 1 to the 4th. It's simplified down quite a bit, and actually I see one more thing we can do. There's a common factor of 2 in this binomial on top, so we can pull out that 2 and we'll be left with x minus 1 over x minus 1 to the 4th, and now these are factors, so you can cancel out the x minus 1 here, and the 4th power will become a 3rd power, and so we are finally left off with the second derivative, f double prime at x equals 2 over x minus 1 to the 3rd power. And that is completely simplified, and that's all we're supposed to do. So that's the end of number 97.